They used the wrong fabric. God, they used the wrong fabric. That stuff doesn't drain water. That's the kind of fabric that you see on the internet where guys are saying this drainage fabric don't work. That's that garbage right there. So they used the cheapest stone, the pea stone, because they're darn near giving it away. We got a pipe that, honestly, out of everything here, it held up the best. So I know what kind of pipe that is too. It's not big box store pipe.
Want to show you guys all the different reasons why yard drains fail. We see it all the time. Every week we're digging up failed drains to replace them with ours, which are proven 3 decades and are all working. So here we go.
When building a French drain, you want to use a coarse rock that has been screened and washed. The rock that you see in this French drain is 3/4 inch and larger. You end up with large voids that'll move far more water, and this drain from new is not built with any contaminants. Now, I have a couple bags of pea stone here, and this is what a lot of the contractors and homeowners use. You can see the voids are really small. It's not going to move water like the larger stone, and it's really filthy. There's a lot of sand in pea stone. Pea stone is, this is a clear bag, but there's so much dirt in this bag of pea stone. Oh, you can just see it. So you're building a French drain system, and you're trying to build it so that the pipe don't get plugged, and right from just the very beginning you're going to have contamination because of how filthy the pea stone is. The pea stone is actually the byproduct of when they screen for this larger stone and wash it.
Now dirt, nobody wants to haul it away. I get it, it's an expense. Excavation, it's an expense. But that's why yard drains fail. People don't want to haul out all that dirt. We haul out all that dirt, and we don't put any of it back in. We fill the trench in with stone. Look at all that stone. There used to be just nothing but clay in this yard. Now there's this great vein of stone to move water. We can put the sod on top of this. We'll do our burrito wrap, and the sod will grow just fine. Just cut it off with 2.5 inches of root. No dirt back in the trench. You work too hard to get the dirt out. If it was worth keeping, you wouldn't be there in the first place.
We've been contracted to put in a new French drain. The old French drain quit working. You can see that the stone migrated into the subsoil. The subsoil migrated into the stone, and the system failed. It plugged. We take a geofabric, and you see it in all our videos, a non-woven fabric, and we'll line the trench with this. Then we'll put our pipe in, then we'll put our stone. Now, unfortunately, we see this all too often. There's that pipe with a sock or a sleeve on it. The whole system failed. And I'm here to show you the best way to install non-woven geotextile fabric that's double punched. Okay, so you see these strips? Those were from too much overlap, and we went ahead and cut. Well, there's probably about 5 inches there, 6 inches the guys cut so that they didn't have a heavy overlap. We only want a couple inch overlap. Now, I'm showing you this for a reason, that we went really deep here to get the water out of this yard. So we had 6-foot fabric, and we still had to put a little, see, that's it. Now, the reason why we preach, be careful with the overlap. See, look at all this is cut. Because this is double punched, it ups the flow rating to an insane rate. It's truly amazing, and that's why we why we do it. The problem with non-woven fabric, if you don't double punch it, you don't get the root penetration into the fabric, which is key, because the water travels down the root system versus capillary action and gravity. I mean, that's simple physics, man. It works.
From the St. Clair Shores engineering inspector, who said, "Oh no, your drain spout has to like face down the driveway, so that's my temporary fix until I can deal with all of this." So I have no idea where that goes. There is a drain that you'll see down in my neighbor's yard, but I have no idea.
So we see this with PVC. This is why I don't use PVC here in Michigan. But the way you know the ground has settled, this just came right apart at the joint.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, you can glue it.
Oh, I see. So that's a joint that's actually going down.
Yeah, so we got a pipe. We got a pipe that was coming into. So this other joint, I
assume that this is trash.
Yes, yeah. We'd want to just abandon this.
Right.
And then this is a Y, as it turns out.
Oh, interesting.
So then there's probably a pipe that runs
this way.
Yeah.
That would be my guess, because I think there's a drain down that direction.
Well, we see this all the time with PVC. That's why we like to use the corrugated.
Okay, so we've talked about these basins. You see how high that yellow pipe is off the ground? So the bottom's going to be full of water. The water has to get all the way up to that pipe before it flows. So in Michigan, this is a big no-no. In the north, our Canadian subscribers, you can't build them like this. They freeze solid with all that water on the bottom. So then when you have a thaw above ground, when you have pipe buried beneath the surface, that is insulated. It takes not just hours, it takes days and days longer when we go through a thaw for the thaw to go ahead and penetrate the frost and actually melt the water in this trench. So I get a lot of comments in the comment sections, especially from you Sunbelt region installers. I'm telling you, up here in the north, we can't build them the way you guys do. We got to be conscious of draining this trench. It's very important that we drain just right to the bottom of the trench. So we like our pipe right to the bottom. Now look at this. These guys do this all the time. They'll just take a pop-up right at the storm drain. Homeowners, do not hire a contractor that does this. You got to core through the sidewall of that. That's the only way you're getting the water out. There's no secret. There's nothing. I mean, it's not going to magically just be able to define gravity and levitate up into that grate of that storm drain catch basin. It's just not going to happen. You got to core through the sidewall, and that's the only way you empty out this trench. Otherwise, it stays full. By the time there's water coming out of that pop-up, your trench is full, and it stays full, and it freezes in the winter. And then all these different things we're digging up, we're tearing out so many failed systems, it's just exhausting. So many shoemakers in these backyards, and I feel so sorry for these people. I mean, time and time again, we're just every week pulling up failed systems, yet 33 years, we have not had one system quit working, and we followed the very same recipe and the very same blueprint time and time again. So I hope you guys learned a lot from this. These are all of the reasons why yard drains fail.